despacio, mija.
Oh, something's happening with the baby, Mama.
¿Are you cramping again? Siéntate. Siéntate. Ya,
Okay.
así. Respira, Teresa. ¿Qué está pasando, mija? Cramping, Teresa? Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm cramping.
Oh, God.
It's my fault. I didn't know her pregnancy was so unstable.
How could you not know?
Glenn, it's okay. What happened?
Teresa overheard Mama and me arguing about Papa.
Your papa? Oh, what about your father could have upset her like this?
My husband is here in Harmony.
What?
Yes, you both know him as Mr. Wheeler.
Wait a minute, I don't understand.
Mr. Wheeler is actually Teresa's father, Martin Fitzgerald. Ya, mija, ya.
Mama.
Ya, mija, ya.
The pain we've caused our loved ones has to stop.
Sooner we leave Harmony, the better.
And tomorrow, after I see my lawyer about compensating Pilar and my children for having left them, we'll catch the first flight out.
Then Alistair will never again have a reason to harm our loved ones. I'll stay dead to Sheridan and Julian, and Alistair will save face from what really happened all those years ago. Protecting the all-important Crane bottom line.
Yeah, that bastard. Alistair's one of the most powerful men in the world, yet he uses all of his power to prey on the weak.
I'm frustrated here. Why won't you tell me who Mrs. Wheeler is? I know, if I knew, I could use her to come between Louise and Sheridan.
As I told you, it's not in my best interest for you to know yet. There's that tone again.
I just want Louise. He's all I've ever wanted, and I'm afraid I'm running out of time. I'm gonna really lose him to Sheridan.
Fear not. I will do whatever is necessary to keep Louise and Sheridan apart. And anyone who tries to stop me will die trying.
Wait a minute. My father, Louise? You can't possibly think that he would help us. He's been against our relationship from the start, and there's no way that he would use the Crane power and money to circumvent the 7-year wait to have Antonio declared dead just so that we could get married now.
Sheridan, I'm not talking about Alistair, okay? I know that he would never do it. I'm talking about Julian.
I'm not so sure.
No, I am. He's definitely changed, and for the better.
Yes, he has, but still, I mean, do you really think he'd be willing to suffer my father's wrath just to help us get married? I mean, if my father found out, he would do something awful to Julian.
There's no need to pressure Eve. She's going to tell us whether Fox or Chad fathered Whitney's baby.
Then what is she waiting for?
Whitney is not just any patient. Whitney is Eve's daughter, so regardless of who the father is, the baby means that Eve is a grandmother. You've been known to be maternal on occasion. Surely you're sensitive enough to know the impact Whitney's news has had on Eve. Are you sure you're up for this now? We understand if you'd like a moment.
Thank you, Julian. No, everyone's been waiting long enough. I think it's time we all knew the truth.
Are you really gonna tell them the truth? I mean, you're really gonna tell them that Chad is the father of my baby? You'll ruin my child's life. And you'll ruin any future I have with Fox, please.
Whitney, honey, I have to tell the truth. It's my having kept secrets that made it possible for you to unwittingly sleep with your half-brother and make a baby together. To lie now is just gonna bring more pain later.
Hello? We're still here, and we're still waiting. So what did the examination reveal? How long has Whitney been pregnant, and who is the father of her baby? My son, Fox? Or her brother, Chad?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me.
Gabby.
Mama, I can't lose her, Mama.
No, shh. Just try taking deep breaths, mi niña.
Teresa, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
Paloma, please.
Mr. Wheeler, it's Martin Fitzgerald.
Louise and Sheridan must be beside themselves.
Miss Lopez Fitzgerald, are you in distress?
She's cramping again.
No, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better.
Oh, good. Gracias a Dios.
Mama, Papa is Mr. Wheeler. No, I don't believe this.
I know. It was a shock to all of us, Mia.
Your pulse is still racing. The pain you were feeling, could it have been the start of labor?
Labor? It can't be labor. It's way too early. Teresa's not due to give birth for a while.
No, it's not labor. No, I know what that feels like from when I had little Ethan. I think I was just, my stomach was knotting up when I heard about my father, but I'm fine now. I'm just fine.
I don't want to take any chances. I'm going to have Dr. Russell come examine you more thoroughly.
Mama, how can Papa be Mr. Wheeler when he looks so different?
Your father had plastic surgery after he left Harmony.
Why?
We're not sure.
And he's been living in Mexico all this time.
Yes, he was like a father to me growing up, and now we know why.
But why, when he was with you and when he was with Mama's sister, why didn't he tell you who he was?
Because he said he couldn't reveal himself, Mia. Why? We don't know.
Mama, I'm sorry. All the guilt that you felt for sending Paloma away when Papa disappeared and he was with her this whole time, how could he do such a thing?
Teresa, you need to stay calm.
Look, I can't stay calm. Damn him for doing this to us, Mama. Damn him for doing this to you.
Miss Lopez Fitzgerald, I thought you understood that your daughter wasn't to be upset.
No, it was my fault. My mother was trying to protect my sister, but I wouldn't listen. I'm sorry.
Yes, we're all sorry.
I'm going to say this one more time. Teresa has to be kept calm. Any more upset could result in dire consequences for her baby.
Okay, we understand.
I'm going to send for Dr. Russell.
Teresa, do you want something to drink or something?
No. I don't want anything. I want to know about my father.
Teresa, please don't get all worked up again.
Think about the baby, okay?
Why did he come back after all this time? And who is that woman that he's with?
I can't tell you how much I thought of this little piece of the world every day we were gone. What it would be like when we finally came home. To be with my children again.
Yeah, I thought about it too. Not this way.
No, not this way. But in my dream, it's a bright spring day, and Julian and Sheridan and I are standing at the crest of Ravens Hill in all of Harmony. And they're weeping because I've told them about Alistair and how he treated me, how he abused me, threatened to kill me and tried to kill you. But the only way we knew to save ourselves and protect our families was to vanish without a trace. That we had this plastic surgery just to keep living so one day we could come back and fight Alistair again. And I imagined that this reunion with him would be so loving, so healing, so wonderful. Not this horrible, horrible Thanksgiving. The way it turned out, Martin.
You know, I only hope that when we leave tomorrow, even though our loved ones hate us, at least we know they'll be safe from Alistair.
Oh, Alistair, you cut yourself.
So I did.
See. Doesn't look like there's any glass in there. I think it's just more of a scratch.
We cranes are born with thick skin.
There, I think. About stop bleeding.
For a violent psychotic, you can be surprisingly gentle.
Well, being a mother has changed me.
But you're not a mother, Beth. Marty is Sheridan's son with Luis. You tricked Luis into thinking he'd fathered the boy with you.
With your help as Charlie.
Yes. Oh, yes. The look on your face when she kissed you. Oh, if only Katie Lang had been there to serenade us.
Well, thanks for letting me keep Marty. I really do love him.
In spite of having a selfish hag in diapers for a mother, You can be surprisingly maternal.
I learned a lot from Precious. But it's not enough. I want Luis to be a full-time father to Marty.
And a devoted husband to you.
Well, duh. What do you think I went to all that trouble to kidnap Sheridan, steal her baby, and try to kill her in the first place?
Your obsession with Luis is as strong as ever.
So help me, Alistair. You must know how I can use Mrs. Wheeler to come between Luis and Sheridan.
Indeed, I do.
Well, then tell me.
And what will you do for me in order to have Luis?
Sheridan, Julian has changed. He's not afraid of your father like he used to be.
Well, he did warn us that Father was out to get us before he had my car rigged to explode.
Exactly. And he wouldn't have done that if he weren't a new man.
Which is why you really think that he would help us?
Yes. Julian can use the Crane muscle to have Antonio declared legally dead. And then we could get married. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to let Alistair stop us this time.
Okay. I'll call the office. I'll see where Julian is.
Well, Eve, what is the verdict? Who is the father of Whitney's baby? It must be Chad. Look at how upset Eve is.
It's possible, but I pray it's Fox.
Given the choice, so do I.
Those are happy tears, right? Right? Your mom just confirmed what we already know, that I'm the father.
It's an emergency.
I would say it's a conspiracy.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Oh, no, Eve. No, you cannot leave until you tell us the truth. Who got Whitney pregnant, Fox or Chad? Eve, who is the father of Whitney's baby?
Look, Ivy, I'm sorry. I have an emergency. I'll be back as soon as I can.
It's okay, it's okay. She'll tell us when she gets back.
Chad, I can only imagine the pain that you're going through. Having loved Whitney so much, wanting to have children with her, and now to think that perhaps you fathered a child with your own sister.
You know, I got some information from the library. It said that because Whitney and I are half brother and sister, the baby could be all messed up.
Well, it's best to prepare for the worst.
Yeah, well, I'm as ready as I'm ever gonna be. You know, and well, I just hate to think about how the baby is gonna grow up if it's mine. You know, and Whitney, I mean, how is she gonna handle being the mother to her own nephew or niece?
Julian, can we talk to you a minute in private, please?
Yeah, it's really important.
Excuse me, Maria.
Well, at this rate, Whitney's child will be in preschool before we find out who the father is.
I gather something's wrong.
Well, you look like you have a lot on your mind, too. Is everything okay?
Picked up on the tension in the ER. It's a family situation with Fox and Chad and Whitney. I'd rather not go into it now. People will know soon enough.
Sure, we understand.
Yeah, I've got a family situation of my own to deal with.
The news that Wheeler fellow is your long-lost father, Martin Fitzgerald?
Oh, you heard?
Most people have.
That's great. Look, there's something else that I need to talk to you about, though.
What?
Sheridan and I want to get legally married.
But there's one problem.
You see, Antonio's body was never recovered after the crane jet exploded.
Oh, so legally it takes 7 years for someone to be declared dead, a prerequisite for you to be free to marry Louise.
Right, that's right.
Did you ever think about divorcing Antonio? You'd be single again in a fairly short period of time.
Well, I would still have to go to the church and get an annulment, and that itself would take years.
That's why we came to you. You know, we need the Crane influence to make sure Antonio's declared dead.
Look, we know that Father could hurt you. Are you willing to help us?
You are my passion for life.
Well, Whitney, did your mother tell you which one of Julian's sons fathered your baby?
Mrs. Winthrop, you know, I'm sorry. It's been a really long night, and I'm tired. I'm tired from the exam and everyone questioning me.
Yeah, especially you, Mother. Why don't you just leave her alone? Don't you think she's going through enough, knowing that she's having a baby? My baby?
Well, so she
Excuse
keeps
us
saying
for one
that-
second, please. Mother, enough is enough, huh? Leave Whitney alone.
Why can't she just tell us what Eve told her? Confirm that it's you if that's the case.
Look, Dr. Russell is gonna come right back. She's gonna tell you, and she's gonna tell everyone else that I'm the father. End of story.
Why then is Whitney so upset?
Wouldn't you be upset? Mother, she's single. She has an unplanned pregnancy. And now, thanks to the idea that you put in her head that Chad could possibly be the father, she was all but dragged in here to get an examination. And then wouldn't you know it, her mother ends up examining her. She probably gave her the 3rd degree about not using protection, as if they don't have enough problems between them. I would say it hasn't exactly been Whitney's best day.
Honey, I know, but...
No buts, Mom. Come on. Except one, actually. Just butt out.
Whitney, if Chad isn't your baby's father, then why do you have such a hard time looking at him? Oh, Eve. What stupid emergency could be more important than dealing with your own daughter's baby?
Well, Teresa, your baby appears to be fine.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, yes, what a relief.
See, but your heart rate is up a little bit. Did Rebecca do something to upset you again?
No. I found out that my father is really Mr. Wheeler.
I heard. I'm so sorry, Pilar.
Thank you, Eve. It seems that many events from the past have come back to take center stage in our lives.
I would have never even recognized him from any of the pictures I've seen.
Well, he had plastic surgery to disguise himself.
Well, how he could show up here with this Mrs. Wheeler when he's still married to you.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I'd like to know.
Well, Teresa, I know this is quite a shock to you and to your family, but I don't want you to let it rattle you, okay? Your condition is still very fragile, and you don't need the stress. All right, everybody? We don't want to say or do anything that's going to upset Teresa. You have severe repercussions for the baby.
We understand.
I'm going to get back to the ER. I told them to update me, but I think everything is going to be fine as long as Teresa stays calm.
Thank you, Eve.
Anytime.
Okay. So, Mama, how can there be a Mrs. Wheeler if Papa's still married to you? Teresa, you need to rest me, okay? Not now.
Mama, how can I rest knowing that Papa has been living in sin with some other woman? What's her story anyway?
I will answer all those questions, but later.
I want to know now.
Okay, you know, maybe we should just leave and let Teresa
No,
rest?
No, see, if you leave, then I'm gonna call Luis, and he will explain everything that's happening.
Teresa, please, think about the baby.
Dr. Russell said that the baby is fine. So, Mama, tell me, this woman, this Mrs. Wheeler, did she know that Papa was married? Did she know that he had a family? Did she?
Yes, she did.
Well, then what kind of slut is this woman anyway?
Cállate, Teresa. Mrs. Wheeler no es una prostituta. She's a wonderful woman who has been good to Papa and me. Way better than Mama ever was.
I hope the meeting goes well with the lawyer tomorrow.
Yeah, I just Want to make sure that everything with Pilar is taken care of. I'll give her what money I have and sign whatever she needs signed so she can, move on and end our marriage. Hopefully, find love with a man worthy of her.
You're such a wonderful man, Martin. It's really a pity. It's a shame that Pilar can't know how noble you were in saving my life. You risked your life. And the extremes that you've gone to with me to elude Alistair all these years. And we've always, always hoped that one day we'd come back here and be with our families.
Yeah, only that day has come and gone. And we were naive to think that either one of us would be welcomed back with open arms. It's better that we leave now than Julian and Sheridan learn the truth. Mrs. Wheeler is actually their late mother, Catherine Crane.
At least before I had a shred of hope that one day we could all be together, but we don't even have that now.
There's no happy ending for us with our families. All thanks to Alistair.
So, Beth, what are you willing to do for me to get me to give you hard information on Mrs. Wheeler?
It's not that I don't find you attractive, Alistair.
As I do you, my dear.
But, mixing business with pleasure, it's just gonna complicate things more than they already are.
I can assure you I am more than up for the challenge.
Well, I'm not you, Alistair.
Oh, indeed you're not.
Look, we both want Louise and Sheridan apart.
True.
And if Mrs. Wheeler is the key to breaking them up, then why not use her to do it?
I have my reasons.
Now I wonder.
Meaning?
Meaning you're supposed to be this all-powerful Alistair Crane. You know what? You can't even keep your daughter away from the man that I love.
You need to calm down. I'd better refresh your drink.
I want answers, old man. When are you gonna tear Louise and Sheridan apart? And when are you gonna stop letting Martin Fitzgerald's son make a fool out of you?
Watch your mouth, Bethy, or me tearing Louise and Sheridan apart will be the least of your worries. I'll be tearing you apart.
I'll gladly use the Crane influence for a chance to do good for a change. I'll help you have Antonio declared legally dead as soon as possible.
Thank you. Thank you, Julian.
You're welcome.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Don't worry.
I'm worried about you, though. I mean, what if Father gets wind of what you're doing?
Well, I'll have to keep it on the down low, as the kids say. If Father were to find out, I'm sure he'd do everything he could to stop me.
Can't stop us.
Not that he hasn't tried.
Doubtless will again.
Oh, we'll be ready for him.
As much as you think you know how ruthless Father can be, you really don't know anything.
Doesn't matter. Nothing's gonna stop us from getting married.
Yes, I'll call Judge Riley. I have him earn the ridiculous amount of money we line his pockets with. He will have Antonio declared legally dead.
You know something, Julian? You turn into a real stand-up guy.
Well, I have a lot to make up for. See, I promised our mother that I would always look after Sheridan, and there have been times that I have not done that. So I have a lot to make up for. And I also can't wait to dance with you at your wedding.
Neither can I.
I love you, Sheridan.
I love you too, Julian.
Well, be careful.
Yes, please.
I will. Go on. God, I haven't prayed for so long, but I hope you'd hear me now. Please let my sister find happiness. She deserves it more than anyone. And please help Eve and Chad and Whitney through this time, especially if Eve has the horrible news that Ivy is so sure of. Amen.
Finally. Okay, well, now that you're here, don't keep us in suspense any longer, please. Tell us who the father of Whitney's baby is, Fox or Chad?
Okay, Alistair, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you, really. I'm sorry. It's just that every time I think Luis is about to be free of Sheridan, something happens and they end up together again. Sheridan was buried alive. Luis rescues her. The boat that Sheridan was on, it blew up. But Luis was sure that Sheridan was still alive, and what do you know? Here she comes, back again, married to Antonio. And then you and I, we kidnap her, and we steal her baby, and we leave her in the ocean for dead. They're still together. Blowing up a plane, a car. Sheridan being bitten by poisonous snakes didn't stop them. So now this Mrs. Wheeler, she comes along, and the information that she has hidden is obviously way more powerful than bombs or snakes or shock therapy to stop Sheridan's love for Luis. And you won't tell me what's what. I mean, God, if I am this frustrated, I can only imagine how you feel.
Well, forgive my lapse in manners, but you must understand, this is a very complicated situation. You just be patient. You'll get Luis.
Luis, what if Julian's right? What if my father does try to come between us? Again?
Relax, okay? Just relax. I will protect you from Alistair. And nothing is going to stop us from having that wedding. And from you, of having the wedding of your dreams. And if all goes according to plan and Julian helps us, we'll be on our honeymoon before you know it.
You know, about that honeymoon. Why wait? Let's start now.
Mama drove Papa away with her demands for more money, better clothes, and expensive furniture.
Oh, that's not true, Paloma.
No, it isn't. Where did you get such a notion?
Listen, let's just take it easy, please.
Teresa, please. The baby. Mama loved Papa, Paloma.
She didn't drive him away. He left us. Did he leave us for this other woman, this Mrs. Wheeler? Is that what happened?
No.
You know what? Just stop, okay? We had nothing when Papa left.
That's not true. You had each other. I was the one who was sent away.
Dios mío, Paloma, that's enough.
Paloma, you need to take it easier. I'm gonna have to take you out of here.
Okay. Get rid of me just like my mother did.
No, Mama didn't get rid of you, Paloma, okay? She sent you to live with Tia Maria for your own good, so that you could have a... Ow!
Teresa!
Ah!
Teresa!
Ow! Oh, Mama! Ah!
Okay, Eve, you are stalling more than a cheap car. Now, who is the father of Whitney's baby?
Mama, a bee's told me, Mama.
Oh, baby. Oh, you know what? You're so sweet. I bet that bee thought you were a flower.
Really?
But I have some medicine for it, and I have some ice cream for you.
Albert doesn't like me, Mama. He likes Antoinette Vaughn.
Well, I feel sorry for Albert, because he doesn't know that you are the most wonderful girl in 7th grade.
I lost the match, Mama.
Oh. Well, did you play as hard as you could? Well, then you're a winner in my book. So how about your favorite grilled cheese sandwich instead of a trophy?
Oh, Mama, you always make things better.
I will always be there for you when you need me, Whitney. Always.
Eve, I will ask you one more time. Who is the father? Fox or Chad?
The father of Whitney's baby is Fox.
Listen, if we're both gonna get what we want, if Luis and Sheridan are gonna be torn apart, then you must know something, don't you, Alistair? About Mrs. Wheeler?
There's that.
And what? What, there's more?
As I said, my dear, eventually we will both get what we want.
Okay, eventually does not work for me. I want Luis now.
Beth!
No! Marty is getting older every day. I want him to grow up in a home with his father. Not just my freak of a mother and an overworked ape. Tell me what you know, damn it! Tell me when you're gonna tear Luis and Sheridan apart!
I've never felt closer to you, Luis. I love you so much.
I love you too. More than words can say. I can't wait to make you my bride.
You, my groom.
Always.
Always. Fox is the father of Whitney's baby. You're sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. As sure as Whitney was when she told you that Fox was going to be a father.
Well, then I guess it's true.
I knew it. I knew it all along. We're having a baby.
Oh.
You know, for everyone's sake, I'm glad I'm not the baby's father. You know, now I won't have the stigma of being a product of incest.
Thank God. Larry Winger would have had a field day without one.
Please,
I just want to let you know I would have been there for you and the baby. And I'll still be here. As a friend.
Thank you. Yeah, I would love that.
Good. Because I do want to be a part of my future niece's or nephew's life.
Okay. Sounds great.
Terrific. No, that's great. So now that your mom's confirmed what we already knew, we need to start making plans for our future, or the baby.
I know, you're right. But I just need to talk to my mom really quickly. I mean, with everything, it's been kind of weird between us.
Yeah, no, take your time.
Okay.
So, I guess I was wrong.
Yes, I guess.
Mom, thank you. I appreciate what you've done for me and for my baby.
I told that lie about Fox being the father of the baby because I didn't want to let you down anymore. Not after everything that's happened recently. But I haven't done you any favor. I'm just giving you a short-term fix for a long-term problem. You only have to look at my life to see how well that works.
Well, I can't think about any of that right now.
Yeah,
Okay?
I know. It's the same thing I used to say.
Mom, please.
I did what I did because you're my daughter and I love you. I just pray that you and the baby will be able to deal with the problems that lying now are bound to create for you later.
Okay, deep breaths, Teresa, deep breaths.
Nurse, she's in trouble?
Teresa, I'm sorry. It was my fault for getting you worked up again.
What's going on?
My daughter's cramping again.
No, it's not cramps. I'm in labor. I'm having the baby.
Oh, God.
Damn it, Alistair. Tell me what you know so I can use it to split Luis and Sheridan up.
Be patient, my dear. My daughter and your dreamboat will be torn asunder soon enough.
What? No. I am sick of waiting. I want Luis now. I'm gonna get Luis away from Sheridan, with or without your help.
wait to make you my husband.
And I can't wait to make you my wife.
You can make me the happiest woman in the world.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hey.
Our baby insisted that I bring you this.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Oh, I love you. And I'm so glad that you're having my baby. I think our son or daughter's gonna bring us nothing but joy.
Hey, guys, I gotta get a move on. I'll see you later. And congratulations again.
Thank you, Chad.
Thanks.
Okay, so I really, really am happy for the two of you. I am. And you know, when it comes time to name the baby, well, Ethan and Gwen have the baby naming book, and I'm sure they'll lend it to you.
Fox and Whitney, parents-to-be. Whoever would have thought all those years ago that one of my sons and one of your daughters would give us a grandchild?
Yes, but it's not the son you think.
I have to go to the mansion and take care of something for Sheridan. See you later, yes.
Oh, Whitney. What have I done to you? And not only to you, but to my grandchild.
Dr. Russell.
Yes, Cherie.
Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald has gone into labor.
No, it's too soon for that.
Dr. Rush is on her way.
But maybe she can give her something to supplement.
Oh, God, she can't have the baby now, honey. It's too soon. Que Dios nos ayude. No.
Sí, Dios ayudará. Oh, the baby is coming. I'm having the baby. Oh.
I will not be thrown out like garbage.
I'll simply have to kill Eve.
I am begging you, please don't tell another soul what you and Louise are planning to do.
I'll stay as long as I want. I won't abandon my daughter now.
You're not going anywhere.
If we lose our daughter, I'm gonna die.